What's up, Matrix Terminator world? Family, friends, supporters, haters. You know they gotta watch. I got a few in LA right now. Their ass is sick. They probably on suicide watch right now. You know what I mean? It's all good. Hey, whatever. Um, I'm in a great mood. A better mood than I was the other day. Kind of pissed off, man. I mean, if you guys missed it, I was kind of pissed off that Judge Joe Brown, they actually took Sophia's interview off. What was the point in him even coming to interview her if if he wasn't going to leave it on? I mean, what was the basis of that? You know, was he implying that Sophia should have just taken the $5 to $7 million when Arnold Schwarzenegger came to her? Why? I mean, the franchise is worth billions of dollars. Why would she settle for $5 to $7 million? What was the point in that? And when he found out she turned down $30 million, well, let me tell you guys something. She turned down $30 million because they didn't want her to have any kind of creative control, no back end points. What they were going to do was buy the script indirectly, okay, from a banker that I talked to. So I know it's true, okay? They were going to buy the script indirectly and still assume like they own the property to you guys. And they wanted Sophia to settle for 30 million while they made 2 to 4 billion. Numbers don't lie. But thieves do. So if you call Warner Brothers right now, Paramount, Skydance Media, whatever, I want you guys to ask them, hey, can you prove to me that you own the Matrix franchise on paper? Do you have a government issued copyright? Do you have a government issued trademark? And if you don't, why are you masquerading in the media as though you own this property? Why are you deviating from the original storyline? These are questions inquiring minds would like to know. Okay, so you guys are in. Got a little treat for you guys. Well, not for everybody, because this is for people who have not been able to check my Derek Asher pages on Facebook to read the court docs. See, a lot of people go off what they see in the media or what they hit on Google. Okay, before we had the internet, we had the library. We have the Library of Congress. Okay, we have the trademark office. We have the copyright office. I don't know why. When people do their research, you got all these little wannabe paid little trolls. What are they paying y'all in food stamps or something? Is it really that hard for you to have to go out your way to slander somebody? Okay, whatever. You guys are a joke, and I hope you got a good attorney, because when all this is said and done, Sophia, hey, I don't know. I'm not gonna speak for Sophia, but I will say this: if it was me, I'd come after all of y'all asses. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So y'all little broke asses is gonna be even broker. Well, anyway, that's me. She just might be like whatever, you know. But I'm a little different. I can't stand y'all little mother. I'm trying not to curse. That's another thing. I got a potty mouth. Hey, I want my channel one day to be family friendly. You know, I'm a work in progress, guys. So don't take the fact of me using curse words as I'm a bad person. I'm not. Trust me, I'm not. Okay, moving on. Right in front of me, I have docket 283 from the Utah case, 2014. This was the case that Sophia won what she didn't do in the California case because it was sabotage. Okay, she actually went after the attorneys in the Utah case, but alongside of that, the attorneys were attached to Warner Brothers, and actually Warner Brothers entered this case. They're not on the docket, but they actually entered the case because in this case they tried to get the court costs from the California case. Big mistake. Big mistake. Okay, in this Utah case, the judge, um, well, he compromised himself because he was affiliated. He was a secret partner with this law firm that was involved with this case. So, um, Sophia, she finds out some things. Let me tell you something. So, Sophia was able to put in the evidence, which are the movies. Um, I guess I can speak on this now. Um, I actually sent Sophia the movies that she put into the court case, the evidence. That's right. Those movies, those exhibits won the case. Anyway, um, back to the case. The judges had no choice but to award her the franchises. Now they didn't award her the 15 billion because it was 4.7 times three. Okay, if you guys don't know, if you're talking about copyright infringement, I mean, and then you're talking about racketeering, you're talking about counterfeiting, you're talking about a whole lot of criminal things going on with this case, right? That's why I developed into a RICO in Nevada. Okay, well, the criminal aspect makes the damages go triple. Three CPAs verified that Sophia is owed $4.7 billion. And that's lowballing. Now, you triple that, hey, you get up close to like $15 billion. That was Utah. So the judges were trying so hard to deny Sophia the money, which it did end up winning almost $400,000. She did. Um, they were trying to avoid, the damages, paying her the damage. They forgot about the franchise. So, with her putting in the evidence, that's all she needed to do in California, guys. All she had to do is put the evidence in the California case that Snoops and everybody say she didn't show up for. Bullshit. The attorneys didn't tell her anything. They sabotaged that case. She got their butts back in Utah. Anyway, she ended up winning Utah on 9/25/14. And dockets 283, 284, and 286 is when they signed off or whatever. Docket 283 in particular, page 4. You guys go to Pacer. You can see this for yourself. Or you can go to my Derek Asher pages and you can read this for yourself. And I'll go ahead and read this. Okay? Let's see. The court accepts as true. Let me repeat that. The court accepts as true the following allegations in Ms. Stewart's amended complaint. Ms. Stewart, a science fiction screenwriter, sent screen treatments and other creative materials to film production companies and film producers and writers in the 1980s. Ms. Stewart owns, let me say this again, Ms. Stewart owns the registered copyright for these works. So let's go back. Let's stop right there. Because, see, a lot of people don't understand legalese. Okay? Because the average person can read this and be like, what are you talking about? Where's the ownership in this? Let's go back to that. Ms. Stewart, a science fiction screenwriter, sent the screen treatments and other creative materials to film production companies and film producers in the 1980s. Miss Stewart owns the registered copyright for these works under the name Third Eye, the Third Eye, or Third Eye. So, what did she send to the film production companies and producers in the 1980s? She sent her treatment. Her treatment created the Matrix and the Terminator movie franchises. Okay, so it says here, Miss Stewart owns the registered copyright for these works under the name The Third Eye, The Third Eye. And you go back, when I first started reading, it says, the court accepts as true the filing allegation. I rest my case. Now, when you got other investors, first, let me finish reading this. Okay. In 2003, Ms. Stewart, act pro se, sued a number of film studios and producers in California, defendants alleging the films in the Terminator and Matrix trilogy infringed on her copyrights. And the case asserted and claims copyright infringement and declaratory in relief in addition to the claims under the Racketeering, Influence, and Corruption Act. Okay, this is when everything started to become, well, it was already started to become RICO, but it was quite official at this particular point. And it says sometime in July 2004, Jonathan LaBelle contacted Miss Stewart in her home in Utah. Okay, first of all, let me tell you guys from my own experience. Okay, whenever you get in a car accident or something, never take the letters out of the mail. That is the attorneys for the people that you're going to be suing. Okay, you seek out attorneys. Don't let attorneys seek out you. That's you know what I mean? That's a red flag from what I've experienced, because I had that happen to me. And what happens is the lawyers that you actually pick out the mail, you end up signing with them, and they working with the other people to kind of lowball your settlement. I'm telling you. Mr. LaBelle spoke with Miss Stewart over the phone from her home in Utah and sent a written agreement to Miss Stewart's home in Utah, where she executed the agreement and paid a retainer fee. Now, she paid these guys. She paid them $50,000. Okay? Now, had they shown up and said, hey, we're going to represent you for free, nah, that would have been a red flag, right? Anyway, I'm going to leave right where I read the most important part, okay, that you guys can go and read for yourself. Okay, so not only 283 proves and gives Sophia Stewart the ownership of the Matrix Terminator movie franchises, she has the copyrights to the Matrix and the Terminator and the trademarks. The government would not issue her those copyrights and trademarks if she didn't own it. So I'm sick of the people who don't want to read. They don't want to read. And people say, well, why? Well, why? What you mean, why? These people own the media. Why would they put the fact that a woman of color owns $2 billion intellectual properties that they stole from them? Why would they do that? The only time they're going to do that and admit that is through this investigation that's going on now with these two judges in the case right now with the $55 billion RICO case. The only time they're going to admit it is when these damn handcuffs go on their ass. That's when you guys going to see it. But that's when the naysayers are going to go back. They're going to look at these videos, look at all the other interviews and stuff. Sophia's still be like, oh my God, she was telling the truth the whole time. If you guys would read, you would see. And you know what? Here's the deal with the Matrix Terminator fans and people abroad. When are we just going to say, you know what, enough is enough? It doesn't matter if Sophia is a person of color or whatever. Well, let's just be real. If she was a white woman or a white man, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Okay?